Bob's my little brother, and I stand against it. You ain't a believer, Doc. Life and death is in the hands of the Lord, and we've no call to tamper with it.
No, Alt. We can't just let him go. We got 6 young'uns. Anything happened to Bob, I reckon we couldn't stand it. Try the operation. I want you to try.
All right, boil me some water. Confound you, little scamp. Fairlight, keep him away. I will have to boil these again.
Listen, go outside. Mama will be right there, okay? All right, children. Everybody outside. Come on.
If your close kin feel called on to stay, then stand back and no crying or wailing. That's fine, Mary. That should be helpful. Jeb, can you take care of Mary until this is all over? You there. I need help. It's ether. Hold it loosely over his mouth and nose.
The sickly smell of ether and the thought of what the doctor was about to do made me lightheaded.
Get out. No.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mark.
Mrs. Spencer didn't seem like a poor woman stuck at the back of beyond. She was a Highland princess who should have been wearing silks and satins.
Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring gets pressed, Mama's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass...
I'll best take you on to the mission now. Operation's over.
It's over? Mr. Allen isn't.
Still breathing. Doc says he's got a fighting chance if the bleeding don't start up again.
Mr. Pentland? Why did Mrs. Allen swing that axe at Bob, and why did she tie a string around his wrist?
Well, the string was so's he'd stay by her no matter what. Axe was to cut the pain.
It wasn't till we'd almost reached the mission house that I realized the toll the day had taken. I fought against it, but I could feel tears of exhaustion in my eyes. Through a haze of fatigue, I saw a young man with a beautiful smile. And a strong hand reached out to welcome me.
David can build whatever he sets his hand to.
Miss Grantland, where is the school?
Same as the church. We can't afford two buildings where one would do.
It's very thrifty. School during the week and church on Sundays.
My brother's only been here a short while, but he has accomplished a great deal. He did most of the work himself. You can't count on the mountain men at all.
I'm sure he's done wonders. Both of you have.
He begged me to come and keep house for him. Said he couldn't get along without me.
Miss Grantland, I know a stranger just barging in must feel like a terrible disruption in your lives.
Miss Alice will want to talk to you, probably at the school.
Welcome.
It's so beautiful here. And yet the cabins I saw, I know these people are poor, but...
To the Highlander, God is stern and punishing. They believe he means life to be hard, full of sorrow. Often they overlook the joys of nature all around them. But about you, Miss Huddleston, why have you come to cut a gap?
To teach? You said that you were desperate for teachers and I had had a year and a semester of college.
But when I asked you that question before, do you remember what it was you said?
That I wanted my life to count for something more than just getting married and having babies.
The work of a home is love made visible. My father used to say, I have one duty as papa, to see that he has a happy childhood tucked under that jacket.
I do want to have a family someday. But my life in Asheville, the teas and receptions and dress fittings and gossip seemed so useless compared to teaching and making a difference in their lives and helping people. That sounds like I've read too much poetry.
Poetry has its uses, wondrous uses. But it cannot have prepared you for life here in Cut a Gap. These mountains are beautiful.